it's Kelly with Kickin'. I'm here with our friends from Schulte Automotive. We've got Tommy and Lisa, and they're gonna teach me some important stuff about your vehicle today. They have a crash course coming up for teenagers learning how to drive and all the essentials you need for your vehicle and safe driving, such as tire pressure, how to change a tire, how to jump a car, and where to find the jumper cables and all of that stuff. So we're gonna get a little step-by-step lesson today on all this stuff that everyone should know.
All right, we're gonna find out how to check tire pressure. There's a couple different kind of gauges. You've got your traditional just stick gauge, and then you also have the newer kind, which is digital. This is a lot more accurate, costs a few bucks more, they last a lot longer. This is the way to go. Either one can be found at an auto parts store or online, but either one's needed. Keep one in the car. First thing, when you're checking tire pressure, you want to go to the placard. Usually this is where you'll find your information. It's somewhere on the door in either of these spots, but it'll tell you what you want to set your tires at. So here it's giving us a reading. It wants about 33 pounds in the tires. So not to be confused, because the tire will tell you what the maximum pressure that tire can take. That's not what your car wants. That's what the tire can do. So after you know what pressure you need to set, go to the tire that needs attention. We'll just do this driver front one here.
Okay.
You'll find the cap. There's just this rubber stem. Take your cap off. You've got your gauges. The other kind, the old style, just push it on there. You'll hear a purge of air, and you'll see that the gauge will shoot out telling you what the pressure is at. The reason why I like the digital gauge is it's a lot easier. You don't have to worry if you didn't have it on correctly. You just push it on the stem, and it gives you a printout of what your pressure is. There's no confusing there.
Now if you have the incorrect pressure, say you have too little or too much, how does that affect your driving performance?
It'll affect your ability to steer, to stop. It also really impacts your fuel economy. You'll also be putting tires on a lot more frequently. So you can save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah. Alrighty, what should we do next?
Next, let's go under the hood.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you try and find it.
Oh gosh. Okay, my first guess, now I've never been in a Subaru, my first guess is down here because that's where my old one was. Definitely not there. Here, is this it? Did I get it?
You found it.
That's pretty quick. Okay, so it's hidden, definitely hidden, but they do have a little logo, I think they do in a lot of those cars, that will show that that's the hood jack. So pop that open. Alrighty, we got that at least.
So you did have a good idea. It's usually in that lower left-hand corner of the kick panel where the driver's feet would go. You can also check your owner's manual. The owner's manual will always tell you where you can find it.
Okay, well let's get the hood open.
While you're driving. So you have to reach in just like you did. You'll find a little lever with a spring. You'll have to push that back and the hood will open.
Oh, this is nice. You don't have to pull that. Some have that rod that you have to pull up.
Newer cars have the dampers. Yeah, it's nice. So first things first, if let's just say your car's not starting in the morning, or you're having issues with it staying running, what you want to check is first thing, your battery, what gives you the power. So usually it'll be up in the front of the car under the hood. Again, the owner's manual will tell you where the battery can be found. You're going to look for your terminals. This is going to be, you want to make sure that the wires are connected. The positive one, this is the one you need to be careful around. Don't touch anything to it because it'll give you a good shock.
Don't touch it at all?
With anything metal.
Okay.
So you'll pull the cover. That's why they have the cover. You don't need any tools to pull that off. And see, it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But if you bridge it, you'll get hurt.
With my luck, I'd touch it and I would blow
Just
up.
be careful.
I have really bad luck with that stuff.
When you want to jump a car, you get jumper cables. This is how you can first at least try and get juice to the car. We'll just pretend the other car's over here.
Okay.
When you want to connect your cables, you just match the colors. They always come color coordinated. If you don't know the colors, stay away from it.
Yes.
So black, that's your negative. You're okay to connect that. And everything becomes live.
So it's going over that little screw then, right?
Yeah, you just want to have a good connection to the metal, anything metal on that one. And then the red, that's your dangerous one. This is when everything becomes live. You'll just connect that. And then you'll hop in your car and you should see all your lights turn on. Everything seems normal and you can turn the key and it'll start.
Now, I heard that in order for your battery to recharge, you should drive it around for a little bit too, so that it kind of keeps charging up.
It will charge itself back up, usually about 20-30 minutes of running or driving idle. That'll help it regain the power.
So now we're going to check the oil, something very important to know. I don't know it personally at all, so this is going to be a great help.
The oil's pretty easy. Obviously, we're still under the hood. You'll see caps with what looks like an oil. They'll even say engine oil. If you ever need to add oil, the cap will tell you what kind of oil your vehicle needs. If it's anything other than what that cap's specifying, you're putting the wrong oil in your car, it's probably not good. Just to check the oil, you'll see the dipstick. It's just this long metal piece that reaches down into the engine. You'll wipe the oil off when you originally pull it out, and you'll see there's a couple marks on it. That's your low, that's your full. Obviously we want more. You put it back in, push it down all the way, and bring it back out. You'll see that your oil's up to the full mark. That's fine. We like that. How often
should you check that?
Routinely is a good idea. I like to do it when you're filling up gas.
Yeah. Because it's
just
not hard.
anytime you have a few seconds to go under the hood.
Check that.
What we want to look for too is that the level's correct, but we also want to pay attention to the color. Notice that it's kind of a honey color or amber. That's good, that's fresh oil. We just did service to the vehicle, so it's got nice, clean, brand new oil. If it looks anything dark or kind of like coffee, that's bad oil. You should probably change it.
Okay.
Obviously, tread is important for stopping, handling well in wet conditions or even snowy conditions. So it's a good thing to pay attention to. Tire maintenance should be happening, or at least being inspected, at least when your oil's being changed or anytime your car's in for service. It's something easy to check, and it's very, very, very important stuff.
Okay.
So when we look at your tires, one thing you can really pay attention to is down in between the grooves, you'll see these horizontal bars. Those are called your tread wear indicators, deep down in there. So if your tread's nowhere near that, if they're way taller than those bars in between the tread jacks, you don't have to worry about your tires. But if we want to get an idea, if we need to put new tires on your car, there's a couple ways to measure it. If you go to a professional shop, they'll usually have a gauge. It's called a tread depth gauge. It gives you a reading in numbers of how tall your tread is on your tires. You can buy these at parts stores for $1 or $2. You just stick it into the tread, push it down to the base, and it'll give you a number. A brand new tire will typically come with 10/30 seconds of an inch of tread. This car's measuring at 7 or 8, so we still have a good amount of tread. We want to replace those tires when we get down to about a 3 or a 4. You can notice the difference. So we still have quite a bit of life left on these. If you don't have access to one of these gauges, you can use the old method. Kelly, you have a penny.
I have a penny, and I don't know this method, but I'm excited to learn.
So if you look at Lincoln's head there, that'll give you an idea of about how tall your tire's tread is. If you can see Lincoln's head exposed when you tip it into the tire's tread, you should probably get some new tires. So go ahead.
Can you show? I'm kind of confused on it. Do you mind showing us how to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll hold the penny upside down. So you're gonna put Lincoln's head down into the tire. So right here you can see, you can't even see his hair. You're about down to his forehead. That's got a lot of tread. Now if we were measuring down to here and you can see all of his hair, you need some new tires, buddy. But this one's good.
I feel like I gotta go check mine right now. I should probably do that.
Here's your penny back. Go check
Thank
your tread.
you. I'll go check that. Another important thing, how often should you get your car serviced? Now, usually they put a sticker up there and it'll tell you, you can drive this many miles and on this date. Actually, better question, how far can you go past that? Because that's happened to me before.
Everybody asks me that question. Don't go past. If you do, get it in as soon as you can.
It's not worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to cause
It's going to cost you more money in the long run.
Yeah.
But typically on these newer vehicles, you should be at least having it serviced twice a year, every 6 months, depending on if you drive a lot, a little. Obviously, if you drive more, do a lot of mileage, your car's going to need more frequent maintenance.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming out today, Tommy.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I learned a lot. I'm just going to go inspect my car now and make sure that everything's okay. So thank you.